My, quite the talented one, aren't you, Frit? You really like to show off, don't you? Indeed, reject modern gaming, embrace guitar. Yeah, if I had to choose between video games and the guitar, I would choose the guitar. If you take care of them, they last longer than most AAA games do in this industry. So it should come with no surprise that Square Enix is having their AAA woes just like everybody else. Now, unfortunately for dear old Square, a lot of the recent failure is due to the fact that they have to make exclusive content for the PlayStation console, and it's backfired tremendously. In general, a lot of publishers notice exclusivity comes with strings attached that are kind of hard to sever unless you fully commit to going completely multi-plat with all your titles, which is what Square is pushing to do now. And good on them. A little late to the party. You've done more damage to yourself relying on PlayStation that hard, but welcome to the club of developers who realize they were making a mistake. And don't be surprised if we see more developers just outright refusing to make exclusive content for the console. Well, third-party developers anyway. As for Sony, I wouldn't be surprised if some titles start making their way to Xbox as well, because the results speak for themselves. Helldivers 2 is PlayStation's most successful game to date in a long time. And that's all thanks to the contributions of PC gamers like you and me purchasing this game for liberty, for democracy, for freedom. Because let's face it, that game is being carried hard by PC gamers. You don't get 12 million copies sold solely being a PlayStation game. Sorry, that's just a hard fact. Which is why PlayStation is gearing up for more PC ports. And do not be surprised when more of those releases happen day and date. It's absolutely hilarious too, because if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, and thank you for your loyalty, you mean the world to me, and I couldn't have gotten this far without you.
It's okay, he doesn't really mean that.
If you're one of those viewers that's been here long enough, then you've witnessed me firsthand telling people for the longest time that if PlayStation was to put their games day and date on PC, they would have record profits and numbers that they can brag about all day long. And you know what PlayStation Fanboys' response to me was? You don't know that! It's not guaranteed! Bitch, please. This channel has been a documentary on how wrong fanboys are and how right I am. So sit your ass down. We got news to talk about. PlayStation's midterm plan for the next 3 years. Expand PS5 install base. Provide richer gaming experiences. Enhancement of first-party software and PC deployment.
Oh no, this can't be. Why, Lord? Why, Lord, why?
All right, let's not beat around the bush. Let's call it what it is. Day and date. More gas titles being on PC day one. PlayStation's performance on the PC has not been that impressive with their first-party titles. And like many claimed, that may be due to the fact that PC didn't get those titles day and date. So by the time they do show up, nobody cares. If that strategy would have worked out for Microsoft, they may have stayed with it. But it's clearly not working for PlayStation. The first title they launched day and date on PC is already producing far better results than any of their big first-party titles like God of War, Horizon, or Uncharted. When they say they're going to enhance first-party software on PC, what do you think they mean? Graphics? No, that comes with the territory. Everybody knows a PC port means better graphics, better performance. What Sony means is they want to get the game in your hands faster. The untapped market that they had been missing out on for so long has a lot of money to generate for them. And I, for one, believe they will succeed at it way more than Microsoft. Well, at least they have the potential to. But then again, like I said, it's not like they really have a choice. The software market is far bigger than the console market, that's for sure. So this next bit of news should come as no surprise to anyone. Sony's PS5 sales are down 29% year over year in the recent quarter. Sony also says it sold 20.8 million PS5 consoles for its full 2023 fiscal year, a slight miss on its revised target of 21 million units. Sony now expects PS5 sales to decline to 18 million over the fiscal year. Okay, hold on. First off, that's not bad for a console with no games, so let's not take away from Sony's accomplishments. Even when they missed the mark, they are still on the road to success. Yeah, they estimated 25 million and didn't reach that, but 20 million is still like, what, 5 times more than the Xbox Series? But seeing as how everybody on Twitter is an armchair analyst, and they look at all of Microsoft's numbers through a microscope, we're gonna do the same. PlayStation dead! See? You see how we can do that now? So easy. They don't like it when you roll with the same propaganda they roll with. But however we view it, it is still a decrease from what they expected, and they are falling behind the PS4. What has contributed to this? Most likely the random ass price increase they gave the PS5. At this point in the PS4's life cycle, it had already received a price drop, and $70 games weren't a thing, and well, there was games for the console. So clearly PlayStation is slacking to a degree. But here's the best part, is all the ponies who got incredibly butthurt that all Tom Warren did was post stats. If there's anything I know about ponies, they love stats. Well, only if they're negative stats about Xbox. If they find out Xbox is far behind, if Xbox doesn't have any increasing profits, any little tiny statistic you could think of. How many women Phil Spencer has paid for sex. They'll cling on to it, but the minute you'll report any facts about PlayStation that aren't solely good news, this is what happens.
Tom, finding a way to spin the fact Sony just sold more PS5 consoles in a year than they ever did with PS4.
Now, children, this right here is a prime example of insecurity. This person cannot stand the fact that Tom Warren did not report the news the way he would like. He doesn't want Tom Warren to report this on a year-to-year basis. He wants Tom to solely highlight PlayStation's success. Because let's face it, the man is not confident in his own product. Any bit of bad news could potentially affect PlayStation, and that's the only thing he gives a damn about. Yes, the PS5 sold more in 1 year than the PS4 did, and yet it's still lagging behind, because year to year is a lot more significant of a stat than one single year. It's why success is measured annually, and they don't just take a look at 1 year and tell themselves, we're good. I'll tell you what, maybe this will make you happier. Here's Daniel Ahmad, and you can't accuse him of being anti-PlayStation. Here's what he has to say. The PlayStation 5 has sold in 59.2 million units as of March 31st, 2024. This is slightly behind the PS4 in the same time frame, 60 million. They do not expect the PS5 to surpass the PS4 in the next year. In other words, while console hardware sales are healthy, Sony is unable to sell more than the prior gen. That's why there's been a huge focus on increasing ARPU for console users and also embracing a beyond console strategy, PC, etc. It's funny because all they are doing is reporting what PlayStation has reported themselves, and people are mad about it. They want to deflect. They want to bring it back to Xbox, even though we spent an entire week roasting Xbox. It's still not enough for them. They want that to be the only console you focus on, even if what you're reporting isn't detrimental news to PlayStation. It's just a little statistic.
Now share Xbox figures.
The guy just shared those last month. We got the stats. Oh my god, and Tom Warren actually reported on it too. Again, it's never enough for the PlayStation fanboys. Xbox must be the butt end of the joke 24/7, and anything else is unacceptable. They do not want PlayStation bad news reported at all. And people tell me there's no Xbox tax. My ass. Xbox is the only thing that's ever brought up when there is PlayStation news to report. And, of course, you got folks like MBG, who are also there to ensure poor PlayStation is defended. Some have tried so hard to convince you the PS5 is doing as poorly or not much better than the Xbox Series. They've tried to convince people that console as a whole are, once again, on their way out. But the truth is it's just Xbox. Who's trying to convince you the PS5 is tanking as bad as the Xbox? Nobody! Not a single person on this planet believes that. The sales are incomparable. PlayStation is significantly ahead. Nobody's saying the PS5 is doing as poorly. People are just pointing out that PlayStation is doing all the same things that Xbox gets criticized for. Lackluster first-party lineup, major focus on PC ports, major focus on games as a service, major focus on subscription services, and now officially to add to that list, Sony says PlayStation's focus has shifted from game sales to actual playtime. Wants to improve profits via player investment into the PlayStation ecosystem. There you go. Mimicking Xbox. Every single thing you criticize Xbox for, you praise PlayStation for. You can't have it both ways. This hypocrisy is why people make videos on you, why they call out your group, because you guys lack self-awareness. You so easily forget everything you stood against. And that's what makes you so damn entertaining. Because even though the Xbox brand is basically left behind in the dust, it still doesn't take away from the fact that PlayStation themselves seem to acknowledge that Microsoft was making the right business moves. Why else would they do it themselves? In the blink of an eye, they'll quickly find themselves supporting every single practice that they claim they don't play on Xbox for. And now, thanks to the role of CEO being split between two people, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get more Xbox-like business practices. PlayStation names Herman Holst and Hideaki Nishino as its new CEOs. I am thrilled to lead the studio business group and continue to build on our success with PlayStation 5 while prepping for the future, Holst said in a statement. The video game industry is one of the largest entertainment industries in the world and has been built on the marriage of content and technology. I look forward to continuing to push the boundaries of play and entertainment. Hideaki Nishino will lead the platform business group, which includes console hardware, technology, accessories, PlayStation Network, and third-party relations, covering major publishers and indie studios. He was already SVP of Platform Experiences. He's been part of the Sony business since 2006, holding numerous roles at Sony Network Entertainment, Sony Corporation, and Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double.
Honestly, I don't really think this is bad news in the slightest. These are two veterans with solid experience. Splitting the role of CEO, now that's an interesting move made by PlayStation. Now that lying, flying Jim Ryan is gone, we have two faces we can start hating on. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure both these men do an excellent job, and they're more than qualified for the positions. However, I feel bad for them because now all the shit Jim Ryan had to deal with from the PlayStation community rests on their shoulders. Things like this.
Herman, you may or may not see this, and it doesn't need a response. Please remember, you have console fans, and we're the individuals you don't want to start pissing off. You guys are doing a bang-up job delivering games, but I need your messaging to be clear. If there's a perk for PC, that perk needs to also be given to console players. You don't need to make it clear that you understand the needs of those individuals that you put into position. You guys have left a very sour taste in a lot of folks' mouths, which will have serious ramifications in the future. Please stop being tone deaf and please show your console players you understand and hear their concerns.
Yeah, that sour taste, it's gonna linger for a few days. Because it's, well, Jim Ryan semen. You blew him every night and he did not give two shits about you. So what makes you think two CEOs are gonna be any different? With two CEOs, that's like double the amount of I don't give a fuck. You're gonna be dealing with more I don't give a fuck attitude from this company. You think they care about treating you like first-class citizens? Why would they? They raise the price on you, you accept it. They charge you for online, you accept it. They canceled a major multiplayer game in The Last of Us Factions. They lied to you about Abandoned. That game didn't exist. They tell you their games aren't gonna be day and date on PC, yet Helldivers was day and date. I don't think this company is tone deaf. I think you are. I think you don't get it. They don't care about you. They stopped a long time ago. Hell, they probably never cared about you. I guarantee it. You want to feel special for buying the console box? Why? Isn't the whole point of buying the box for enjoyment and not caring or thinking about what PC gamers have? Because that's mighty insecure. They are never going to treat you like first-class citizens because, well, you've allowed them to walk all over you. You praised them during the worst of times, all because they delivered you a game that got a high score on Metacritic, like that's supposed to be enough to make up for the fact that they financially screwed you over this entire generation. They have no reason to treat you better because, unlike you, the PC gamers actually showed up. And now, that's who they care about. Jesus Christ, not even 24 hours into his new position and Herman Hulst already has to deal with peasants like you? Oh God. Herman is easily going to age by like 10 years in the next 12 months. Good luck to the both of you. And good luck to the PlayStation community. I hope you get what you want because I'm tired of seeing all the bitching. With that being said, I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. See you in the next one.
Free Congo sucks ass.